Hey guys, what's up? It's Mountain Walk, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about Masters 25 and whether the set is good value, bad value, whether it's worth buying or not, and maybe even a little bit about the theme and whether it really hits on the 25 years of a Magic thing. So let's just start with the value. We've got quite a few good money cards that were printed. Like Imperial Recruiter and Jace, of course, and even stuff like the Chalice and and Snaring Bridge. Bridge is kind of nice to have another reprint of that. It's been a while since it's been printed, and it's seeing quite a bit of play, especially since a lot of those Moon Stompy or Dragon Stompy, I guess, although most of the time they don't play dragons anymore. Any of the Moon Stompy decks. So that's good. That's good. Obviously, Chalice sees play in the same deck, so that's pretty nice. There's quite a bit of good stuff. Other good stuff reprinted at. Well, I guess there's Animar. There's another good mythic that was reprinted. I think only one other printing, just the commander deck it came out in for Animar. And click. Some other stuff, but there's some good stuff. Obviously, the filter lands, that's pretty good. Those haven't been printed, or at least the enemy colored filter lands, I believe, and those ones haven't been reprinted ever. Also, let's see. Oh, Port, of course. Port's a big one. Everyone likes Rishadan Port. Pretty sweet, pretty cool. Big one. That's sort of like the. I guess I almost want to say it's like the chase card of the set. It feels like that to me. I mean, I like Port a lot, but I like Mana Denial, so I'm a little biased. I think Chase is supposed to be like the chase card of the set. It's the most expensive, but Port's better. Everyone likes Port. Port's way cool. So good stuff at common, or excuse me, common. Good stuff at rare. Good uncommons and commons. Some interesting reprints like Arcane Denial, with some interesting new art. It's kind of cool. And Unearth got you're unearthing a Phyrexian Negator, which I've done once or twice before, which is really cool. It's a good callback to Saga Block, which is pretty nice. So that was sweet. Let's see. Of course, we got like Brainstorm and Swords and Counterspell and Lightning Bolt. Lots of good stuff. So we got some decent cards there. So you got, I think, at least over Iconic Masters, like you do have more value commons and uncommons. There's only like I think 3 or 4 it seemed like that were really worth anything in the Iconic Masters. But this one you got like Simian Spirit Guide 2, Simian Spirit Guide as well, I should say, a Street Wraith. Ash Barons, was that the one? That's the cycling one, I believe. Yeah. Even oh god, what's the name of the one that the Tron plays? Oh, I guess I should just look that up real quick. Ancient Stirrings. There we go. Ancient Stirrings, Ash Barons. It even got got printings of Red Elemental Blast and Blue Elemental Blast in the new frame, and the art's okay. I think the art's worse than like the Eternal Masters like Power Blast Hydroblast art. I thought that was really cool. So we got a lot of cards that are still worthwhile. Unfortunately, and this is kind of the problem with the set, is that the median value of this set's gonna be bad after release, which I guess was only a couple days ago. So a lot of the cards, their demand was driven by scarcity and not super because they were like, oh, super amazing, awesome, like everyone needs 4 of them in like multiple decks or whatever. Imperial Recruiter being the big one, even though like the art is so cool, man. It's got really good new art. Oh man, what a great, they got that dude and he's looking all charismatic, and like I'd join his army to go fight against like Lu Bu or whoever. I mean, such a cool card, and it's like, man, there's just not a lot of decks that need it, because of the printing of Recruiter of the Guard. So you can play Recruiter of the Guard instead. Obviously, Death and Taxes doesn't have to splash red to play a Recruiter effect. Or as well as a lot of the Allurin decks that did play Imperial Recruiter don't even play him anymore. A lot of them are just like blue, black, green value Allurin decks. Obviously with the combo in there too. So unfortunately, Recruiter's not really doesn't really have a lot of places. I mean, maybe if there's some sort of new version of Painter that ends up taking off, maybe some sort of new food chain because of new cards that were inadvertently spoiled in Dominaria, although I don't want to get into that too much, at least not yet. So there's possible upside on this, but I expect the price of that guy to crash pretty hard. And it's not like Commander players are super clamoring for like a fairly narrow tutor. I mean, it's a good card, but I don't know. Most Commander players don't really want to pay more than 10 or 20 bucks for a lot of these guys. But I mean, some do, I guess, so I guess more availability for them is a good thing. As well as the Filterlands, same thing. I'll see a little bit of modern play, obviously some play in Commander, and that's basically it. I mean, even in something like John will only play like one or two Twilight Mire, if that, if at all. They don't even have to play them, So there's not a lot of demand for that. I mean, I said median value as opposed to average value, because average, like, oh, you have all these expensive cards, and so it's higher, but the value is going to drop quite a bit because most people aren't looking for these cards, so that's not so good. As well as opening, like, say, any particular mythic, look like only half of them are worth a dang thing, I mean, there's some ones that are just, I mean, obviously, like, Tree of Redemption is like the poster boy for, like, the dead horse that has been whipped to death and then resurrected and then whipped to death again. I imagine that there was a reason why. I believe it was the last Mythic spoiled. So it's, I mean, there's no reason for it to be here. Like, think about if something like, I don't know, something cool like Batterskull, that'd be a cool mythic. Or maybe Doubling Season. Now that's a good green mythic, right? That would be good. I mean, Doubling Season, oh boy, how excited would that make a lot of Commander players? I mean, that one hasn't been reprinted and it's worth a bunch of money, so even non-Commander players would be like, heck yeah, I opened Doubling Season, I get to do something with it, trade it away or something. But yeah, Tree Redemption is bad. So there are some cards that are like, yeah, this is sweet. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, Urg Raiders, why is this in here? And I'm like, oh man, I remember playing with Urg Raiders. God, that was sweet. Man, I mean, not exactly the most exciting card, but that was like a big card back in the early days, and it was, 2 mana, 2/3, like, that's pretty good stats. So it did that in some ways, but in a lot of ways, I mean, there's just so many. I mean, like, for a 25th anniversary set, they really should have hit it out of the park with, like, just pushing, like, maybe the value of the set, if it's just like a one-time thing, or just putting in memorable cards. Like, there's only two mechanics. It's just cycling and morph, but they didn't even put any of the cool morph cards in there, like Blistering Firecat, or Exalted Angel. Pretty sure there's no Exalted Angel in this set, although that would have been sweet. I don't think there is. No. So, which is just weird. I mean, I guess Firecat was because they have Ball Lightning in, which is a little more iconic. But what about Lightning Rift or Astral Slide? I mean, how sweet would that have been? Like, oh man, those are fun cards. I mean, that was, a big part of the cycling decks from that era was the Lightning Rift and Astral Slide, although Astral Slide was more a part of it later on with the green-white slide decks. So that would have been cool, a little bit more stuff going on there. More interesting stuff would have been nice, more mechanics. So it seems just like kind of a super simple, boring set in some ways. I mean, it would have been nice if there was more equipment. Like I said, more tournament staples, like maybe something, stuff from Tog or Madness, or more Urza's Block silliness, like Welder, or how about something like Mana Vault? Man, that would have been cool. Pretty sure Mana Vault's not on. Oh yeah, Mana Vault's on the reserve list because that got the Kaladesh printing. But it would have been nice to have a Mana Vault. That would have been cool. Something like Ancient Tomb or Lotus Petal. Those haven't been reprinted. Basically, I mean, there's the super premium version of Ancient Tomb, in the Zendikar, but other than that, those would have been good. Those would have been nice reprints. So that's, so it's just like kind of like, so it's cool if you want to. So overall, let's say I wouldn't recommend getting the set if you want it just to open packs, which is fun, even if the set, super volatile and the value of it's probably going to crash pretty hard. It's fun to open packs, that's always pretty exciting. So the median value, not the best. Opening packs is okay. So I can't, and it's, so like whether it was well executed, I guess it did an okay job. But I don't think there's really an excuse for Tree of Redemption. Like that's so bad. They could have picked so many other cards from Minister of Block, not even like, say, a rare, any particular rare or mythic or something. Just there's so many other good cards that it could have been like, just give me spider spawning, make it mythic. I don't care. Anything's better than the stupid tree. Spider spawning was just an uncommon, but it had the whole draft archetype, based around it. There was a lot of cool stuff. So I don't know. That's is what it is, I guess. So oh well. It was so overall, okay set. Value not so good. If you can get it for not MSRP, not $10 a pack, I guess that's a little bit of a different question. But I guess it could be fun to draft maybe. I mean, I haven't drafted yet. I've heard some good stuff about it. Who knows? But most of the master set seems okay for drafting. Just don't open a garbage tree. You'll be super sad. So I guess that's all I got, guys. So thanks for hanging around, and I'll go ahead and talk to you later.